Hello everybody, Allan Ryan here today, and today's going to be a pretty casual video. I'm going to be talking about some issues I'm having with my iPad Pro Smart Keyboard here. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. So you can see here, type in on the keyboard and nothing is happening. And I think it's a common problem with these keyboards is after a while, for whatever reason, they just stop working. So I decided to try to get to the bottom of the problem. So what we're going to be doing is actually getting to the root of the problem. And I think the root of the problem lies in this connection. So you can see these three prongs. They send an electrical signal down these grids. So this prong here sends a current down in this channel. Middle prong down in this middle channel, and then here's your top prong on this top channel here. We're going to be testing to see if we have current between each of these channels. So here's the multimeter that I went ahead and picked up. You can get these pretty cheap, somewhere around like 10 to 20 bucks. We just got this one at Home Depot, so we're going to set it to resistance and go ahead and test. It's helpful to test first to make sure that you're seeing a current. First, we're going to test two on the same grid, right? We should see, and there we see, it looks like we have a connection there. Okay, we'll test this one. Yep, there's a connection, and there as well. And that's what we'd expect, right? Because this is some sort of electrical conduit that they've sprayed on there. So we would expect a current there. And a little hard to see, but that's what we're seeing on the multimeter. Now let's test from the pen. Okay, we're seeing a current, you see? And let's test this top one. And we're seeing current travel through there. Now let's test this middle pin. And we're not seeing anything. So I think therein lies our problem, is there's some connection issue between the middle pin and our middle circuit here. So now we need to investigate where that problem is occurring. Okay, so I've investigated a little bit further and found there is a connection between this point here and this point here. So I'll go ahead and show you that just so you can see. And you see the multimeter, there is a connection. It seems that the connection problem occurs between this prong and then somewhere as it's traveling along this circuit here, which is, it's a little tough. I don't know how I'm going to get inside here. What I might need to do is actually solder a wire to this prong, travel it through underneath here, and connect it to this circuit here. So let me tell you what I plan to do here. So I cut a little piece of aluminum, and the plan is to take electrical tape and tape the aluminum down here. And then I'm going to need to solder a wire from this pin, slice it a little hole down here, have the wire travel underneath along here, and then solder it down to the aluminum piece that I place right here. I'm hoping that this allows a connection to occur from this middle pin down to the channel where it needs to travel to. I'm going to tape this down with electrical tape here, then strip this wire. Inside of these old iPhone charging wires that we don't really use anymore, there's three small little wires. I'm planning to use one of those little wires within this charging cable to solder it to this middle connecting pin and then run it underneath and solder it to the aluminum foil that I connect here. That should establish the connection here on this channel. So you can see our old iPhone cable, just cut the end off, and then you just strip it back, some insulation layer here, and then when you get closer inside, you'll see it separates out into three pieces, it looks like. We're just gonna grab one of these cables here for our solder. Okay, this is where we're at with the wire situation so far. So I threaded the wire through. We're gonna solder this onto the middle pin. And on this side, I cut another little hole right there just so it doesn't look too bad. And then this will be soldered down. You see I put the aluminum foil here. Remember, this pin is this board, or this panel, I mean. This middle pin is here, and this far pin is on this right side. So we don't want to connect here at all, but we need to solder right here onto the aluminum. So that's what we're going to do next. It's time to check the voltages to see if we have current through each of our pins now. There we go. Second pin. There we go. Third pin. Yep. Okay. Just want to sand these down a little bit. By adding this cable here onto this middle pin, it made it higher. So we had to make them the same height in order to make like level contact. So now is kind of the moment of truth. I went ahead and tested out how many ohms of resistance between each pin, and I found the connection seems to work pretty well. So we'll go ahead and try it out, see if it works. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think it's time for an update. I left the project yesterday and came back to it today because there's just a lot going on here. Let me explain kind of the issues that I ran into, and hopefully that'll save you a little time. Like we were mentioning earlier, you have your 3 pins up top. I thought initially I only had a connection problem on my middle pin, and so I'd only put in the wire for the middle pin. Turns out that I also was having a connection problem when you go to put the actual iPad into socket. There's an extreme angle that occurs right here. When I tested the voltages with this bent in, I noticed that I was losing voltage on my outer pins. That caused me to go ahead and run a wire on both outer pins as well to their respective boards. So you can see here, I just have it's really simple. It's just wired through. This is electrical tape here. Underneath it is just a little piece of aluminum foil. And then I put the cable down and just taped the electrical tape right over it. So pretty simple. So you can see each cable is set up. I have, of course, my leftmost, it kind of looks confusing, but my leftmost cable is here, and that goes down around over to the left-hand side. Then our middle cable here is the red one, goes over to our middle area, and then our right cable down to the right side. Okay, let's go ahead and test it, see if it works. All right, and you can see me, but you can see that it is working. So you just, in a way that you can test it too, after you finish your cables, you can go ahead and test use your multimeter test to see that you're getting current through. But you can see, yeah, it fixed the keyboard, so I'm having no issues now. So hopefully this is a helpful video for you. I know it was a little frustrating for me going through it, especially this is the first time that I've ever actually soldered wires. So you can see this is a kind of a terrible job. I'm sure you could do a better job than I've done. But like I said, this is the first time I've ever soldered anything. Yeah, really not that hard. Just solder each wire to the little prong and then feed the cable through to make the current go down to the keyboard. So simple as that. Tell me what challenges you run into. I still need to seal this back up. Some other things to think about too. You could also use like a copper tape instead here with like an electrical tape over it, and that's probably better for long term rather than just a piece of aluminum foil and electrical tape. But yeah, that seems to work just fine. So let me know if you have the same issue that I had and if you're able to fix it. I wish you all the best. Thank you.